In this game, not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready. Faster. Ready.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos nothing. Justin Tucker looking for a football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 40-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. John Mechie, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Ravens 14, Broncos nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Ramos. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Ramos looking to throw on 2nd down. On the slant, completes to Sutton. Hook up a 15 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Ramos off the play fake.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here we go. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ramos. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ramos now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a pickup of 6. It brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Odafe Oweh.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Broncos 6. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw is Ramos. To throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Right, 97, red, cycle.
Looking to throw. Ramos. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Ultra.
And they'll turn to Kamara.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels...
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And they'll turn to Kamara.
And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They go play action with Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 32, Broncos 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Ramos off the bootleg. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Broncos 20. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Ramos. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
And cycle. Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, set. Striker, 3-3.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually